welcome to Dakman Productions and welcome to Golly Rail. Today I want to show off my new purchase. But before I do, I want to talk about something. Georgia Pacific. Has anybody ever heard tell a road name of Georgia Pacific? So this is my very first all-door boxcar. I haven't bought these before because every time there was other things that were high priority, then when I went to go back to buy an all-door boxcar, these seem to go for a lot of money. It's hard to get these for under 100, sometimes even hard to get them for under 150 on eBay. But I paid $75 for it. I was okay with that. Because scale size cars are reaching $100 these days anyway. But this is an older run, and I felt as though, originally these sold for right around $65, $60, something like that. So why would I pay $150 for a $60 boxcar? I don't know. But so getting back to the road name Georgia Pacific. I've had a couple of people say, yeah, Georgia Pacific Railroad. It's like, no. Georgia Pacific is a real corporation name, but it's not a railroad. It is actually a lumber company that produces lumber. They got other things going on too besides lumber. At first they were lumber, but I believe they got to creating and making other things. But go to Home Depot to get your wood supplies for building your layout. You would notice that, hey, there's brand names of different types of wood as well. You have Georgia Pacific, you got Boise Cascade. There's like 4 or 5 different brand names of wood manufacturers out there. So there are railroads that were named after states, obviously, such as Missouri Pacific, Texas and Pacific. Then you get into New York Central. So yeah, there was railroads named after states, but Georgia Pacific was not one of them. So at any rate, we're going to get this car out of the box and we'll talk about the all-door boxcar, the purpose of it, and did Georgia Pacific really have all-door boxcars? Did they really have these decorated as Georgia Pacific? You guys might have to wait and find out. So let's get this on the track and we'll talk about it. Let's go. Before I get started here, I would like to thank Mr. Pictavid for this wonderful gift. It's a miniature version of myself. It was done by a company called Shrunk 3D. Comes and arrives already in color, as you see here. So now it basically I'm videoing in miniature, basically rail fanning my own layout. So it's kind of like a cool addition. So here we have an all-door boxcar. It was made by a company called Thraal. T-H-R-A-L-L. Thraal. Thraal made a lot of different types of rolling stock back in their day. The idea and concept was actually sketched on a napkin in 1962 by Flake Willis, president of the McCloud River Railroad. He was looking for a lumber carrying vehicle with the protection of a boxcar but ease of loading of a flat car. Later that same year, a prototype all-door boxcar was proved successful enough that McCloud River, now owned by U.S. Plywood, ordered 100 of those cars in 1967 from Thraal Car Manufacturing. Thraal all-door boxcars were purchased by lumber carriers across the United States and Canada from the late 1960s to the early 1970s. McLeod retired their fleet in the 70s. Other carriers continued to roster the Thraal all-door boxcars for several decades. Railfan sightings into the early 2000s indicated that some all-door boxcars likely served out their maximum 40-year life in interchange service. The 40-year life interchange service was a AAR rule for cars built before 1974. So here's the MTH version. I'm not going to get into the trucks because I've talked about them enough on plenty of other models. You guys already know how I feel about them. Let's talk about the car itself. So the Thraal all-door boxcar has 4 doors on each side. So when you open up 2 doors, it gives you 25 foot of room to load long plywood, long lumber, things of that nature. And so you can open up 2 doors at one time. So on the MTH model, I wasn't familiar with these, so I was not expecting the doors to open. I mean, who would? I was kind of shocked to find out that these doors do operate and work. MTH knocked this thing out of the park when they designed this. So the 2 center doors on the MTH car are spring loaded. So what you have to do to open them is you have to actually push in on the door. See that? Once you do, you can actually slide that door past the other one. This door actually opens up as well. The end door. So then you can take this door and slide it. Let's say you want to load up the end of it. Same thing. You can load up the end. And I'll show you that again a little slower here in front of camera. So what you'll do is depress the door in with your finger. You can actually slide this door over top of the other one. Okay, now you can load up the end. So there you go. This is so cool. And I had no idea that the doors really open up like this. And the way MTH designed this is like genius. And they work relatively easy. And I'll show you this door here. So again, if you wanted to load up this end of the car, you can actually push that door in. So there's all kinds of different combinations that you can do. So let's and it looks like they'll go over each other too. So yeah, there you go. I'm trying to see if they'll switch around. Yeah, look at that. I put the GP over here. Alright, so let's experiment with this over here. I wonder if I can do the same thing. Crazy, isn't it? The way they designed this. Yeah, I'm having fun right now. Doing this. I'll just mess around with the car. So the great thing about this car is I can buy lumber loads and put it in this car and had the doors open on the siding, and you would actually see it with a forklift. I mean, there's all kinds of things that now that I'm seeing with this car. I'm glad I bought it. I don't know if anybody's ever done a video on this, But my thing is I always like to do videos on my own, whether somebody else has done it or not. Everybody's got their own spin. So did Georgia Pacific really have a Thraal all-door boxcar? Yes, they did. Here's a picture of a Georgia Pacific Thraal all-door boxcar. Not sure exactly what time period it is. Okay, so I threw the boxcar into a train. Today we'll be running a Lionel SD35.
This is the dispatcher. Do you copy? I read you. Over. Very good. Start up and hold. Yes, sir. Start up and stand by. Out. Outbound, over. Negative, hold your position, over. Yes, sir, holding for a signal, out.
I applied the brakes and went past the camera. Oh, well, things happen. I'm sure that's happened to real engineers too. But at any rate, yeah, that box cart, I highly recommend that all-door box cart. That thing is super cool. If you can find them for under $150 on the used secondary market. But at any rate, we'll catch you guys at the next event, next train show. Catch you guys trackside. Goodbye.